Harley Davidson once ruled the road, but today, riders are switching brands fast. New motorcycles with cutting-edge tech, bold styling, and better value are crushing Harley's sales and winning the spotlight. In this video, we reveal the bikes that are outperforming Harley where it hurts most: price, performance, and rider loyalty. Which ones are leading the pack? Let's dive in because Harley's dominance is being rewritten. Indian Chief. The Indian Chief isn't just a motorcycle, it's a rolling rebellion against the status quo. With a design that oozes classic American muscle but a soul that's unapologetically modern, this bike doesn't just ride the road, it owns it. Picture this, a machine that turns heads not just for its vintage-inspired curves, but for the way it growls to life, daring you to twist the throttle and unleash its fury. Harley Davidson may have history, but the Chief has attitude, innovation, and a swagger that makes parking lots feel like red carpets. This isn't just a bike. It's a middle finger to mediocrity, wrapped in chrome and thunder. A machine that doesn't just carry you forward, but drags the competition behind you. Under that sculpted tank lies a monstrous 1,890 cubic centimeter Thunderstroke V-twin, pumping out a jaw-dropping 120 pound-feet of torque, enough to yank your arms out of their sockets if you're not careful. But brute force is just the beginning. The Chief coddles you with ride-by-wire throttle, multiple ride modes, including a tour setting that turns this beast into a highway sofa, and a dazzling 4-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, because even rebels need navigation. And while Harley's tech feels like it's stuck in 2010, the Chief is a rolling smartwatch, blending raw power with seamless connectivity. It's the perfect deal: muscle that respects your spine, tech that doesn't frustrate you, and a badge that carries its own legacy without the Harley tax. Starting at just $14,999, the Chief is a steal compared to Harley's equivalent Softails, which often flirt with $20,000 for less tech and more weight. It's like ordering a gourmet meal and getting the bill for fast food, except the meal comes with a side of smug satisfaction. And let's be honest, in a world where Harley riders cling to tradition like a security blanket, the Chief is for those who want to burn that blanket and ride off into the sunset on something better. Kawasaki Z900 RS. The Kawasaki Z900 RS isn't just a motorcycle. It's a perfectly balanced blend of retro style and modern performance. Inspired by the legendary 1970s Z1, it brings vintage curves and a teardrop fuel tank to life with 21st century engineering. It's the kind of bike that catches your eye, then wins your heart when you twist the throttle. While Harley Davidson leans on legacy, the Z900 RS reinvents it. No V-twin needed. At its core is a 948cc liquid-cooled inline-4 engine, smooth, responsive, and surprisingly fierce. It's paired with traction control, LED lighting, and a multifunction LCD panel that keep things up to date. And if you go for the SE model, an Öhlins rear shock transforms twisty roads into pure joy. This bike adapts to your mood. Whether you're carving through canyons or cruising through town, it never feels out of place. And here's the surprise. This retro modern gem starts at just $9,392. That's serious value for a bike that outshines many Harley cruisers in both performance and tech. It's not trying to imitate the past, it's redefining it. And if this makes Harley nervous, just wait until you see the next machine on our list. Triumph Rocket 3. Let's talk about the Triumph Rocket 3. A motorcycle so bold, so unapologetically powerful, it makes Harley's lineup look like they're stuck in the past. This isn't just a bike, it's a statement. A 2.5-liter, 3-cylinder masterpiece that shatters every expectation of what a cruiser should be. With its muscular stance, futuristic curves, and an attitude that screams, "Move over," the Rocket 3 isn't just competing with Harley, it's lapping it. While Harley riders cling to tradition, Triumph is rewriting the rulebook, proving that innovation and raw power can coexist. This is the bike that makes you wonder, why ride a legend when you can ride the future? At the heart of this beast lies a 2,458cc inline-3 engine, the largest production motorcycle engine in the world, delivering a mind-bending 165 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque. That's enough power to make even the most die-hard Harley fan question their loyalty. But it's not just about brute force. The Rocket 3 is packed with cutting-edge tech that puts Harley's offerings to shame. Cornering ABS, multiple ride modes, traction control, and a full-color TFT display with smartphone connectivity come standard. And let's talk about that weight, or rather, the lack of it. Triumph managed to shed 88 pounds from the previous model while adding more power, making this beast shockingly agile for its size. Then there's the exhaust note, a deep, snarling growl that transforms into a thunderous roar when you crack the throttle. You haven't truly experienced torque until you've twisted the grip on this British monster. Now, let's talk numbers. Starting at around $22,000, the Rocket 3 isn't exactly cheap, but when you stack it up against Harley's similarly priced cruisers, it's a no-brainer. You're getting more power, better tech, and a bike that looks like it rolled straight out of a futuristic action movie. It's like comparing a handcrafted Swiss Army knife to a rusty pocket knife. Both have their charm, but only one is built for the modern world. And with Triumph's reputation for reliability and refinement, this isn't just a weekend toy, it's a bike you'll fall in love with for years. BMW R1250 GS. Picture this, a motorcycle so legendary, it's practically the Swiss Army knife of the open road, equally at home carving canyon twists as it is conquering desert dunes. The BMW R1250 GS isn't just a bike, it's a lifestyle on two wheels, a machine that whispers to your inner adventurer and then roars when you twist the throttle. Harley Davidson might have the heritage, but the GS has the heartbeat of modern motorcycling, relentless, refined, and ready to steal the spotlight. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's the reason Harley riders glance over their shoulders and wonder what they're missing. Underneath that rugged exterior lies a 1,254cc boxer twin engine with BMW's shift cam tech, delivering a stonking 136 horsepower and 105 pound-feet of torque, enough to leave Harley's Pan America gasping in the mid-range. The GS isn't just powerful, it's smart. With 7 ride modes, including Dynamic Pro for off-road maniacs, dynamic traction control, and telelever suspension that laughs at potholes, it's like riding on a magic carpet with a PhD in physics. And let's talk tech. Heated grips, a TFT display with Bluetooth, and adaptive cruise control make this adventure bike feel like a luxury SUV with handlebars. Why is it a steal? It's the gold standard for a reason. Decades of evolution packed into a machine that's as comfortable on a grocery run as it is crossing the Sahara. Now the elephant in the room. The GS starts around $23,000, which might make your wallet whimper, until you realize you're buying the iPhone 16 Pro Max of motorcycles. Sure, Harley's Pan America tries to compete, but the GS is like that overachieving sibling who's already on their 3rd startup while everyone else is still figuring out LinkedIn. But if you think the GS is Harley's only headache, wait until you meet the bike that's turning cruiser loyalists into traders overnight. Moto Guzzi V9 Bobber. A motorcycle that oozes Italian charm but carries the soul of a classic American cruiser, the Moto Guzzi V9 Bobber is a head-turner that makes Harley riders do a double take. With its low-slung stance, minimalist design, and that signature transverse V-twin, this bike doesn't just ride the road, it owns it. There's something undeniably rebellious about the V9 Bobber, like a stylish outlaw that refuses to play by the rules. Underneath that sleek, blacked-out exterior lies a 853 cubic centimeter V-twin engine that pumps out 55 horsepower and 46 pound-feet of torque, enough to deliver a punchy, engaging ride without overwhelming you. Unlike some Harleys that feel like wrestling a couch down the highway, the V9 Bobber is nimble, flickable, and packed with modern touches like ABS, traction control, and ride-by-wire throttle. And here's the kicker. It's shaft-driven, meaning no messy chain maintenance. For the price, you're getting Italian craftsmanship, unique engineering, and a bike that stands out in a sea of cookie-cutter cruisers. Now let's talk numbers. The V9 Bobber starts at around $10,500, which is a steal compared to Harley's Softail lineup. That's like getting a hand-tailored Italian suit for the price of off-the-rack denim. So if you want a cruiser that's equal parts elegance and attitude, the V9 Bobber might just be your ride. But wait until you see the next bike. It's the Harley killer nobody saw coming. Ducati Diavo V4. Let's talk about the Ducati Diavo V4, a bike that looks like it was designed by a mad scientist who fused a muscle car with a MotoGP machine. This isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement, a middle finger to the idea that cruisers have to be slow, heavy, or boring. With its razor-sharp lines, monstrous V4 engine, and an attitude that screams, "Try to ignore me," the Diavo V4 doesn't just compete with Harley Davidson, it humiliates it. Imagine a heavyweight boxer with the footwork of a ballet dancer, and you're close to understanding this beast. This isn't just a bike, it's the reason Harley riders lie awake at night wondering where they went wrong. Under that sculpted tank lies a 1,158cc V4 Gran Turismo engine pumping out 168 horsepower and 93 pound-feet of torque, numbers that make most Harleys feel like they're powered by rubber bands. But it's not just about raw power. Ducati stuffed this thing with enough tech to shame a spaceship. Cornering ABS, wheelie control, launch control, and a quick shifter so smooth it feels like cheating. The Diavo V4 isn't just fast. It's smart fast, with riding modes that adapt to everything from rain-soaked streets to wide-open canyons. And let's not forget the 240mm rear tire. Because why be subtle when you can leave skid marks on Harley's pride? This Italian masterpiece starts at around $27,000. But here's the thing. You're not just buying a bike. You're buying a ticket to the front row of the two-wheeled revolution. Think of it like trading a flip phone for a smartphone. Once you've experienced it, there's no going back. And if you think the Diavo V4 is wild, just wait until you see the next bike on our list. It's the one Harley really doesn't want you to know about. Suzuki Boulevard M109R. If Harley Davidson's cruisers are the aging rock stars of the motorcycle world, the Suzuki Boulevard M109R is the underground sensation turning heads with raw, unapologetic power. This isn't just a bike, it's a statement. A snarling beast wrapped in sleek, angular design that dares you to rethink what a cruiser can be. With a stance as aggressive as its performance, the M109R doesn't just ride, it dominates, leaving Harley's traditional lineup looking like relics of a bygone era. This is the bike for riders who want to feel alive, not just nostalgic. Under the hood, or rather the tank, lies a liquid-cooled 1,878 cubic centimeter V-twin engine that churns out a spine-tingling 125 horsepower and a jaw-dropping 118 pound-feet of torque. Unlike Harley's air-cooled mills, the M109R's refined fuel injection and liquid cooling mean it runs cooler and harder, whether you're carving canyons or cruising boulevards. Add in its inverted forks, mono-shock rear suspension, and radial brakes, and you've got a bike that handles as fiercely as it accelerates. But the real kicker? It delivers all this for a fraction of Harley's premium, proving you don't need to mortgage your house to own a legend. And wait until you hear how much this monster costs, or rather, how little. Speaking of cost, the Suzuki Boulevard M109R clocks in at around $16,000, a steal compared to Harley's $30,000 baggers. It's like getting a supercar for the price of a used sedan, except this supercar comes with a warranty and doesn't guzzle fuel like a frat party. The M109R isn't just a bike. It's a middle finger to overpriced nostalgia, a reminder that innovation doesn't have to come with a luxury tax. But if you think this is the only Harley killer on the block, just wait until you meet the next bike. It's even more ruthless. Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650. Picture this. A motorcycle that doesn't just ride the road, it owns it. The Royal Enfield Super Meteor 650 is the kind of bike that turns heads without screaming for attention, blending classic cruiser charm with a modern edge. It's not trying to be a Harley clone, it's something far more refreshing. A laid-back, effortlessly cool machine that makes you wonder why you'd overpay for nostalgia when this kind of magic exists. This isn't just a bike, it's a middle finger to overpriced legends, proving you don't need a fat wallet to feel like a king of the highway. Underneath that sleek, retro-inspired body lies a 648cc parallel twin engine that pumps out a respectable 47 horsepower and 38 pound-feet of torque, enough to deliver smooth, stress-free power without ever feeling frantic. It's not about brute force, it's about the ride, and the Super Meteor 650 nails it with buttery throttle response and a relaxed cruising vibe. Tech-wise, it's no spaceship, but it's got just enough modern touches, like LED lighting, dual-channel ABS, and a crisp digital analog combo display to keep you happy without complicating the joy of riding. And here's the kicker. It's built like a tank but handles like a dream, offering a premium feel at a fraction of the cost. But wait until you hear the price, because this is where Harley fans start sweating. Speaking of which, let's talk numbers. The Super Meteor 650 starts at just under $7,000. Let that sink in. For comparison, that's barely more than a used Harley Davidson Sportster, and you're getting a brand new bike with warranty-backed peace of mind. It's like buying a gourmet burger for fast food money, except this burger comes with a side of "I can't believe this is legal" satisfaction. But if you think this is the only Harley slayer in town, just wait until you meet the next bike. It's faster, meaner, and somehow even more of a bargain. Kawasaki Vulcan S. Let's talk about the Kawasaki Vulcan S, the cruiser that's sneaking into Harley Davidson's backyard and stealing the show. This isn't just another Japanese bike. It's a sleek, modern reimagining of the classic cruiser designed for riders who want agility without sacrificing attitude. With its low-slung profile and aggressive styling, the Vulcan S looks like it's already in motion even when parked. But here's the kicker. It's not just about looks. This bike is a wolf in wolf's clothing, and it's winning over riders who never thought they'd ditch the Harley life. For those who thought loyalty to Harley was forever, the Vulcan S is the bike that makes you question everything. Under the hood, or rather the tank, the Vulcan S packs a 649cc parallel twin engine that churns out 61 horsepower and 62.77 newton-meters of torque, delivering a punchy ride that's surprisingly nimble for a cruiser. Unlike Harley's traditional V-twins, this engine loves to rev, offering a smoother, more athletic feel. Tech-wise, it's loaded with features Harley riders can only dream of at this price. Standard ABS, a digital speedometer, and even ergo-fit adjustable foot pegs and handlebars to tailor the ride to your body. And let's not forget the liquid cooling. No more roasting your legs at stoplights. What makes it such a steal? It's the perfect blend of performance, comfort, and modern tech, all wrapped in a package that costs thousands less than a comparable Harley. But wait until you hear how much Kawasaki is charging for this kind of performance. You might just spit out your coffee. Speaking of cost, the Vulcan S starts at just $7,899, a price that's almost laughable when you stack it up against Harley's offerings. For context, that's less than some used Harleys with half the tech and twice the rust. It's like getting a gourmet burger for fast food money. And let's be real, in a world where Harley's cheapest bikes feel like they're held together by nostalgia and duct tape, the Vulcan S is a breath of fresh air. But if you think this is the only bike giving Harley nightmares, just wait until we talk about the next contender. It's even more brutal. Yamaha Bolt RSpec. The Yamaha Bolt RSpec is a bike that dares to take the Harley Davidson crown by doing things differently. It's the kind of motorcycle that sneaks up on you, turning heads not with brute size, but with a lean, muscular profile and a no-nonsense vibe. Its low-slung stance is a rebel yell, a modern take on the stripped-down bobber look that once defined American motorcycling. It's got that underdog energy, the sort that makes you feel like you're in on a secret that no one else has quite figured out yet. The Bolt RSpec isn't just a motorcycle. It's a statement of independence. Underneath that lean silhouette beats a heart that punches way above its weight class. The 942 cubic centimeter air-cooled V-twin engine delivers torque like a sledgehammer with a rich, throaty sound that's pure poetry in motion. It's not a show pony. This bike is built for the streets. with a 5-speed transmission that feels perfectly dialed in for urban rides and long stretches of open road. Yamaha didn't skimp on the modern touches either. The Bolt RSpec has a low-profile solo seat, piggyback shocks that keep it planted even on rough roads, and minimalist digital instrumentation that puts everything you need at a glance. What makes it such a good deal? It's the blend of simplicity and style, the kind of motorcycle that's comfortable for newcomers, yet exciting for seasoned riders. Yamaha crafted the Bolt RSpec with a spirit of rebellion and practicality that just works. No frills, all thrills. Then there's the price tag. At around $8,000, the Bolt RSpec proves you don't need to drain your savings to own a motorcycle that delivers an authentic, visceral experience. It's the sort of bike that lets you imagine yourself riding through city streets like a modern-day cowboy, your worries left in the dust. That price makes it a tempting alternative to Harley Davidson's pricier offerings, a steal for anyone who wants that cruiser lifestyle without the heavy price tag. It's the bike that dares you to say yes when everyone else says no. The Bolt RSpec is living proof that performance and attitude don't have to come wrapped in a premium badge. Honda Rebel 1100. The Honda Rebel 1100 is the kind of motorcycle that makes you do a double take. It's not just a bike, it's a statement, a rebellion against the expected, and a powerful invitation to rediscover the joy of riding. With its sleek lines and modern bobber styling, the Rebel 1100 immediately sets itself apart from the crowd, daring you to hop on and leave your worries behind. There's an undeniable magnetism here, a raw edge that promises adventure, and an emotional connection to the road. When you see it parked at the curb, you can practically hear it whispering, "Come on, let's go." Underneath that bold exterior, the Honda Rebel 1100 is a technological and performance powerhouse. Its 1,084 cubic centimeter parallel twin engine delivers a thrilling mix of torque and smoothness, making every ride feel like a shot of adrenaline. The dual-clutch transmission gives you effortless gear changes or lets you flip to manual when you're in the mood to command the road. Advanced rider aids like cruise control, selectable riding modes, and anti-lock braking keep the experience both thrilling and safe. The Rebel 1100 doesn't just ride, it sings. It's a soulful note in the otherwise noisy symphony of modern motorcycles, reminding you that riding isn't just about speed, it's about connection. The comfort of a low-slung seat and the smooth, effortless power delivery make this bike a perfect partner for new riders and veterans alike, a motorcycle that adapts to your moods and your road. Best of all, the Honda Rebel 1100 won't empty your bank account to fill your soul. Priced around $11,300, it punches far above its weight in performance and design. Riding it feels like finding a secret back door into a world of premium cruisers without the bank-breaking bills. If this bike were a dinner party guest, it would be that person who walks in with a bottle of good whiskey, makes everyone laugh, and never seems to run out of stories. It's affordable, approachable, and endlessly fun. And now that we've met the Honda Rebel 1100, let's see what other machines are elbowing their way into Harley's territory. Triumph Bonavville Bobber. The Triumph Bonavville Bobber is one of those motorcycles that instantly makes your pulse race. It's a bike that looks like it was sculpted by hand, with every curve and contour dripping with classic British charm. There's something almost cinematic about it, as if it belongs in a noir movie where the hero rides off into the sunset with nothing but a battered leather jacket and a devil-may-care grin. And let's be real, when you're on a Bonavville Bobber, you're not just riding a motorcycle, you're telling the world you've got a story worth hearing. Underneath that vintage style is an engine that's more than just good looks. The Bobber's 1,200 cubic centimeter parallel twin packs a punch with around 77 horsepower and 78 pound-feet of torque, giving you the grunt to rocket off the line with that intoxicating Triumph growl. The ride-by-wire throttle and 2 riding modes, road and rain, keep it nimble and adaptable, while a torque assist clutch makes city rides a breeze. The single seat is not just for show. It's surprisingly comfortable for long hauls, and the adjustable floating seat height lets you fine-tune your riding position like a tailor-made suit. Classic-looking gauges hide a modern TFT display complete with all the data you'd ever need. A neat trick that keeps you feeling connected without breaking the spell of old school cool. It's the little touches that make the bobber such a knockout. Those bar-end mirrors, the fat front tire that commands respect, and the way the rear fender hugs the tire so tightly it's almost scandalous. It's the kind of bike that rewards you for paying attention, every ride unveiling a new detail that makes your heart skip a beat. Priced starting around $12,000, the Bonavville Bobber is a steal considering how much style and substance you're getting in one sleek package. Sure, it might not be the cheapest motorcycle on the block, but think of it like ordering a top-shelf whiskey instead of a cheap beer. Sometimes you've got to treat yourself to something that makes you feel alive. And just imagine the look on your friends' faces when you roll up to the next meet. That deep burble announcing your arrival long before you even take off your helmet. BMW R18. The BMW R18 is a motorcycle that commands attention the second it rumbles onto the scene. Picture a massive muscular cruiser that merges classic charm with German precision. From its sweeping fenders to the exposed drive shaft, every detail radiates an old-school vibe that's been reimagined for modern roads. This isn't just any cruiser, it's a bold statement, a nod to BMW's heritage with a raw mechanical soul that dares you to take it for a spin. But more than the nostalgic styling and roaring presence, what really grips your senses is how this bike feels like a living piece of history. It pulls you in with a gravity that's hard to explain, as if the road itself is waiting for you to hop on and carve your name into the asphalt. Underneath the retro skin, the BMW R18 roars to life with a massive 1,802 cubic centimeter air-cooled boxer twin engine that delivers a healthy 91 horsepower and an arm-twisting 116 pound-feet of torque at just 3,000 revolutions per minute. This engine is a true torque monster, ready to launch you forward with a satisfying grunt that echoes off the pavement. But this bike isn't just about brute strength. It's packed with modern tech to keep that power in check. From advanced traction control to multiple ride modes and even optional reverse assist, the R18 is every bit as refined as it is raw. The massive exposed shaft drive and steel cradle frame are testaments to BMW's engineering excellence, blending tradition with cutting-edge innovation. Starting at around $19,500, the BMW R18 might not be cheap, but it's a lot of bike for the money. It's like buying a piece of sculpted metal poetry that begs to be set free. And while Harley Davidson has long dominated the cruiser scene, the BMW R18 is proof that there's room for new legends to rise. Indian Scout. The Indian Scout isn't just another motorcycle. It's a beautifully crafted ode to freedom. With its classic lines and muscular stance, this bike is a ticket to escape the daily grind and ride like the wind. It's the kind of machine that invites you to break free from routine and chase horizons with a grin on your face. In a world that can sometimes feel too predictable, the Scout is a reminder that there's always room for a little rebellion. When you swing your leg over the Scout and fire it up, there's no mistaking that this bike is ready to deliver more than just miles. It's ready to create memories that stick with you long after the ride is over. Beneath that iconic tank, the Indian Scout flexes a liquid-cooled V-twin engine, delivering 78 pound-feet of torque at 5,900 revolutions per minute. That power feels as raw and responsive as a primal roar, ready to lunge forward at your command. The lightweight cast aluminum frame makes it agile and nimble, while modern features like ABS brakes add confidence to every twist and turn. Riders love how it manages to balance that old-school cruiser style with a modern punch, making it a perfect blend of heritage and performance. Every ride on the Scout is a conversation with the road, a back and forth that never gets old. Starting at around $12,500, the Scout isn't just a motorcycle, it's an invitation to a secret club of riders who crave style, soul, and a bit of swagger. That price tag is more than reasonable for a bike that offers this much personality and performance. It's like scoring front row seats to your favorite band at a price that doesn't break the bank. So, which of these bikes would you ride instead of a Harley? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more brutally honest bike battles.